Wah. Hello! Hi, everybody! Hello, Lil Zaku and Rain. Hi, Catherine Page and Eels. Do you do TikTok lives? I mean, kind of answering your own question, aren't you? I'm live right now, dude.
No, you're not.
What?
You're dead.
I'm dead?
You've actually been dead.
Oh,
this whole
God.
time.
Oh, no. Oh, Alec, what can I do?
Nothing.
If I'm deceased, what does that mean?
You're in DC Comics.
No!
Anything but that!
I don't want to be adapted into a terrible movie. No! He's going like, oh no, why am I not burning? Is it because
Casey,
I'm a
my,
skelly boy?
oops, I accidentally did something wrong. I don't really... Today I feel a little deflated.
Hi, Eels. A dark dragon, thanks for sending a rose. Alec, why do you say you're deflated?
Well, I wanted to have a good movie with Dad, and so I said, yeah, let's watch Life of Brian, because we watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail yesterday.
Sure.
And I'm like, I've seen it, I love the Holy Grail, but I'm pretty sure Life of Brian is the same.
We thought Life of Brian was just as funny. Hi, Lexi.
It is not. It is still solid, but it's a lot more hit and miss.
Hello, my mom, and Scar, and Colors of the Wind, and Carter the Brick. Hello. Hey, random gay dude, and Fantasy Flow, and a kid for you. Hi, Pandora Prep. How's you guys' days? Alec, I'm sorry. Freaking the Life of Brian.
Wasn't that good.
Life of Brian wasn't as good.
No, it was a fun movie.
It's a good romp.
It's I couldn't say I had a fun romp because I expected something similar to In the Holy Grail.
Well, nothing can be as good as Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Like the Monty Python and the Holy Grail is like a whole nother like level of good movie.
Comedy.
Like even if it's the same people, you can't strike lightning in the same spot twice unless you have a lightning rod, which at that point, like that's understandable.
Casey, the saying is supposed to be that lightning can't strike twice. You're striking lightning itself?
Yeah, I grabbed it out of the air
and you beat it up.
And I beat it up
twice.
Can I draw a smooth jazz ghost? Oh yeah, baby. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, here we go. Smooth jazz ghost. Here he comes. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. He's gonna be a little
Never
ghost
fear, Lexi's here. I've spent my weekend eating canned foods in a tornado shelter. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. That's not very
cash money.
That's not very cash money of the weather. How dare they? There's a very jazzy ghost. Look how fast I drew that. Can you do a potato drinking a cup of tea saying Happy Pride Month? I could draw a potato drinking a cup of tea. He's gonna be like ba ba ba, because he's a potato. He just came to life. Potatoes don't know how to speak. They're like he just awakened sentience.
Taco Soup also had a kalimba, but theirs broke. No.
How do you break a kalimba?
Like you break any instrument over use. Like the metal could be bent out of shape, or the wood can be worn.
The whole thing about kalimbas is that you can bend the metal back. That's a.
See, if you've ever bent metal, it doesn't work that easy. Have you ever tried bending a metal paperclip into a straight line?
Hi, Islam is the truth. What's up, dude? Glad you're back.
Can you draw a strawberry with a hat?
I can definitely draw a strawberry with a hat. What kind of hat is the strawberry wearing?
Gay unicorns, hi Scar. Hi Pipsqueak Does Arts, and this is a fun place in Asher. Hi Madison, I hear you're looking for the gays.
We're looking for the gays.
Can you draw your own witch from the boiling aisles?
That would take some thought. That'd be
a lot more than a simple sketch.
That'd be a lot more than a simple sketch, but I like it. I'm gonna draw it having a baseball cap.
You just call me Depp, not my fault. Depp? Alright, I'll call you Deep Fred.
Deep Fred? Islam, I'll try to remember that. I just immediately say the names that I see up there.
We don't really think when we just read off the names. Like, I mean, there's probably someone who could make their name like 18 slurs, and then
Hi,
I'd be
Nina.
like, I just say it. I just say all those hateful things on the internet because I'm just reading off names.
So today's special.
Donation from Sammy Kruger.
Whoa!
Sammy Crew.
Sammy Crew, you're going up on the board. Anyone who donates, you go up on the board. That's very sweet of you. And if you don't donate, we're just happy you're here. You get a big old smiley face, but uh-oh, it's got a tongue sticking out. Because he's a little rambunctious. He's a little razzle-dazzle. Today, Alec, today is a special live stream. Do you know why it's a special live stream?
Why is that?
It's because I would like to draw a history mystery, but it's not just going to be any history mystery. It's going to be a superhero from history who happens to be Bubba-da-Bub, not white or hetero or, like, cisgender. It's going to be a cool Pride Month Histomist. It's gonna be a fun queer history, gender non-conforming, super cool. I looked up a bunch of history on it. I looked up a bunch of cool stories about gay pride throughout history and gay people through history who were pretty badass. And I wanted to make a superhero that is based on the history of cool gay people in history.
Taco Soup with the broken kalimba says, it still functions, but the body broke while it was in the case. I should have been more careful.
Oh, no.
Right. Lexi, what exactly do you... I said yes, maybe, but, like, what do you mean by sending a link to yourself? I know I've sent pictures to myself through, posting it, writing an email, and having the email recipient be my own email address. So, you can send an email to yourself, and you can post the link in your email.
Yes.
If that's what you mean by sending a link to yourself.
I drew a taco with a bow tie.
Oh, did you?
I drew a taco with a bow tie. I didn't hear anything. OMG, look at that happy little taco. He's a happy little taco. Hey, Super Bunny Cam. What's up, dude?
Can you draw a unicorn drinking gay unicorns drinking boba?
Boba. I could draw a unicorn drinking a
Fett.
boba. It's gonna have to sit down.
The blood of Boba Fett.
The blood of Boba Fett.
Like an app link. Alright, so yeah. Lexi, if you copy the link and then write an email and send the email to yourself, you can send the link to yourself.
Link to what?
To like an app. It does, like, the thing doesn't really matter, it seems. It's just you put it in an email and you send an email to yourself. That's how whenever I take screenshots on my phone or pictures on my laptop and I want to swap between the two,
Yes.
I just put them in an email and send it to myself. So then like if I send it from my laptop, then I can check my email on my phone and then download the picture.
Huh. Yeah, I do the same thing. I just, use every available source I can find. So this is a...
Ooh, The Little Mermaid was originally gay because some dude was in love with his neighbor, who was married, and wrote a poem about his love for him anonymously. Please fact check me, I might be totally wrong.
Whoa! That's very cute. I like that.
About a puppy with trans flag colors?
Well, we're not doing any coloring right now. This is just a warm-up sketch. But I can draw a puppy.
In the warm-up sketches, it's always black and white. Wait, but Casey, make it a flag and have it have lines. And then you can see it's any part of the pride flag.
Ah, it's got lines on it. You don't know who it represents. It's just a cool flag.
What are we drawing? We're just drawing a little warm-up drawings.
Yeah, we're drawing whatever you guys want while we're doing it. In fact,
hamburger, please.
I'll draw 2 more drawings. I'll draw 2 more warm-ups.
Throw some coal in that fire.
Some coal in that fire.
Living coal. Burn them.
Okay, here is a...
Can you have a bunny wearing a pride-colored scarf? Well, once again, we're just doing black and white, but it can be a bunny wearing a scarf.
Mm-hmm.
And it can have stripes, thus implying that it is a flag.
Here is a piece of coal. And he's gonna be like,
Did you know non-binary
I did know that.
The language was a little off, but I actually did know that. Yeah, no, it's the pride in the LGBT community is because I'm not gonna say the whole thing. That's a lot. That's a mouthful.
LGBTQIA+.
Exactly.
It was long. It was very long.
That just like really drags.
I believe that in Egypt they had 3 genders and the third one was called Saket. I believe it was called Saket. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Basically, the pride community has existed
Le
since
Pride.
humanity.
Le Pride community.
No, Dark Dragon, you still... The thing about language is misspellings and stuff are fine as long as you get the message across. And you did.
Bye, Pipsqueak. Check you later. Not you, Alec. I'm not calling you Pipsqueak. You're fine. Name calling. I'll take one more warm-up drawing before we do a big superhero. Hello, Japer. I did not know that.
Or
yeah,
is
they
it
did.
Japper?
Oh, I like to think Japer. Because it's a good jape. A good jest. One more. Someone says cheese. Random gay dude would like me to draw cheese. I could draw cheese.
Or a cute heart.
I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw a big wheel of cheese. You know how they have wheels of cheese, Alec?
Alec is more of a pip squat, and we all know it. How'd you know?
Squawk.
Courtney Love, how do you know I squawk?
Carl, you have to go get out.
I was about to say that's the teacher from Jimmy Neutron.
Mr.
What
Neutron.
possessed the creators of Jimmy Neutron to think of giving their teacher a verbal tick of just being a bird?
I think it was actually the voice of one of the creators. They always do that with random crazy characters.
Like Alex Hirsch's multiple roles in Gravity Falls.
Mm-hmm. So, welcome to the live stream, everybody. Today we are going to draw a super cool superhero from gay history. And I would like to... I would like to give you a couple options. Alec, we've got 5 superheroes from... Not necessarily superheroes, but super cool badasses from history who happen to be really cool stories for Pride Month. Alec, I'm gonna let you pick your top 3, and then chat, you guys can pick which one you want to draw, okay?
Between the top 3 that I...
Alec gets to be the great filter, and then you guys get to pick what gay history character you'd like to see as a superhero. So, Alec, here is a quick rundown of some super cool people who don't know about gay history. The Scythian warrior priests. They were gender non-conforming, and they invented hormone therapy, and they shot bows and arrows from horses. And because they're, priestesses, they might be cool looking with magic. So that's one, but I don't know which specific, so we're just gonna, it's kind of a general thing.
What's hormone therapy?
Hormone therapy? It's a cool way that people...
Is that the thing with, for transitioning people?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they even had the technology back then.
Back then, they used licorice root, apparently. It was very cool.
Oh, no, Mom eats a lot of licorice.
Oh, my God. Alright, Sacred Band of Thieves. That was the people I was telling you about from Greece who defeated the Spartans because they were gay couples. It was their gay love that defeated the Spartans. Yep. And they were outnumbered, and they still defeated them because they, they used partnership and depended on each other to fight.
Partnership, wink, wink.
Oh, wink, wink. Or there's a Two-Spirit Warrior of Revenge. I don't know if you know what Two-Spirit is, Alec.
No.
Oh, okay. So there's a Two-Spirit person from history, and it was 1880, and they were pretty badass, and they took revenge for the death of their love, and that was kind of cool. It's a tragedy, but also the beginning of every action hero story ever. Then there's the D'Aubigny. I think D'Aubigny was the French sword master who also was bisexual. She ran around, she just got money from defeating people in sword fights, and she was also an opera singer.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then we've got the lesbian pirate power couple of Mary Reed and Anne Bonny. And they were a couple of gay lovers who dressed up as male pirates and then flashed their boobs at their victims right before they killed them, which was kind of funny in a way, in a morbid, dark way, but it's pretty funny. And also, pirates are just cool. Pirates are a fun vibe.
I think my three, I'll pick the last three because they're more specific.
I like that.
Like specific stories. Because I know you like the Band of Thieves, but that's more of a platoon.
It is a platoon, yeah.
And it's harder to make a single history mystery person out of a platoon.
I don't know. Think about it. I did it with the Giants from Prussia. The Giant Army from Prussia was a platoon. So, which gay superhero would you guys like to do as an action, giant, super cool comic cover, pose, epic superpower thing?
I think I already know who's going to win, but I'll let them choose.
Which superhero
I'll allow the illusion of choice.
should we draw? Oh. I said do. Please, if you guys would like to do the Native American Two-Spirit Warrior of Revenge, send a green emoji. If you guys would like to do the bisexual French fencer, send a red emoji. And if you guys would like to do the lesbian power couple, send a blue emoji. Blue for the ocean. Although one of them is going to be a little difficult because there's two of them. However, I'll leave it up to you guys. Ready? Are you guys ready with those emojis? Hi, Otis. What's up, dude? If you guys want to send those emojis in 3, 2, 1, go! Go. Send those emojis. You can send as many emojis as you like.
Alright, blue, purple, blue, red, blue.
Whoa.
Blue.
Whoa.
White.
Blue.
Blue.
Whoa. I think white. I'm just
Red.
going to put as green until someone else looks for it.
Blue, purple. Mad Lad, you're just all over the place.
Mad Lad, you're going crazy.
Blue, green, blue.
Whoa.
Green, blue. Blue, green, blue, black. Blue,
Oh, no.
Blue,
Oh no.
blue.
I think I know which one we're going to do.
Blue, Casey, count it down.
10,
Blue, brown,
8,
blue,
7,
blue, green,
6,
blue,
5,
blue, green,
4,
blue, red,
3,
green,
2,
blue,
1,
blue,
and
green, blue.
0. That's
I'm
it.
colorblind. This isn't fair.
I'm colorblind.
Casey, you knew when
I didn't.
you had to know. Lesbians are like the most commonly represented and sought after in media because our whole culture has focused on the beauty of women and women are so sexy and sex sells. So like lesbians are the most common form of pride media.
Okay, well, I did not think that one was going to defeat the other. I thought it was going to be the Two-Spirit Warrior of Revenge because that's just an epic
You were
thing.
very vague on the Two-Spirit Warrior of Revenge. You just said it was like a modern action movie. and
I
that was
said
it.
they avenged the death of their love.
Yeah, that's very vague. Who avenged the death of who?
With the Two-Spirit. Their name is, Lozen.
Okay, and who are these people?
Well, they didn't get picked, so I guess people aren't going to learn, are they? Are they, Alec?
You really didn't sell it.
I tried to sell it. Look at, this is the Two-Spirit people, they're the only document that I copied and pasted for the live stream so that I wouldn't have to read it at that moment, but then I could read some fun facts about it later.
Oh,
They had battle buddies. Name of it.
Upon reading 2 sentences, I learned that, they're Native Americans. I didn't know that.
I said Native American.
I just heard 2 spirits.
You just hear what you want to hear.
Everyone has spirits, Casey.
Alec, Two-Spirit is from Native American culture.
Like I would know.
I asked you if you knew what it was.
And I probably said no.
right, well, instead of getting loud, Alec, Two-Spirit is a person from Native American different cultures who believe that, who are born, who believe that they are non-conforming gender. They conform neither to, they have both the gender of male and female. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in that description. I feel like that was pretty apt. But, let's count. Let's count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did you think that they just had two spirits? Is that you?
No, I thought the two spirits was like a couple of people. So it was like their two spirits were intertwined because you made it sound like a lover thing.
No, it's a term! It's even in the overarching umbrella term of LGBTQIA+. I believe it's in there.
Just say the pride community, Casey.
How dare. I will always say the entire acronym. I am a man of acronym arena. I love a good acronym.
I treat pride people the same way as I treat straight people. Complete apathy.
21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 49 for the lesbian power couple.
Bye, Bonnie.
Hello. Red Dead Redemption in a nutshell. Interesting. As I said before, fully obsessed with all of these options. Thanks, Mini Marge. I could be wrong, but I think 49 won. Yeah.
I don't know, we might have to recount.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, everybody, today we are going to draw. Today we're going to draw a couple lesbian pirates. Whoop, 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 whoop. We love a good lesbian power couple. So,
if poison expires, is it more poisonous or less poisonous? I actually think I looked this up once, and I think the answer was less poisonous.
Very interesting. If there was a time for electoral college.
You would want it for a revote.
Lesbian pirate. Mary.
So Casey, tell us the story of these lesbian pirates.
I've heard it twice, and I still can't remember all the details. I know that they fell in love, and I think at separate times they were both hiding their identities as male pirates. I think they were both wearing costumes to seem like they were men. I think it's, what is it? Anne Bonny. Anne Bonny? Is it? Did I write down Bonnie or Bonnie? It's Bonnie. They were both dressed as men on the high seven seas, and they met, and they actually were like, "Whoa, hey, you're a girl," and she was like, "You're a girl. You guys want to make out?" And they did. And then they got their cutlasses, and they hijacked a bunch of pirates. They hijacked English and French ships, and it was the golden age of piracy, I think. And they also had a throuple. They were a three-person couple. So they had I think they had a guy who was kind of their menage a trois couple. I think there was 3 of them at one point. But in the end, it was always Mary and Anne, and they always hung out. And then...
So he was a third wheel with benefits.
They did have a third wheel for benefits, yeah. History and illustrations! Yeah, Leslie! So, let's look up some pictures of Mary Anning and Anne Bonny.
And they were roommates. You know, I actually don't get that meme, because the thing is, it's, in the original meme, like, how did that become associated with gay people?
It wasn't.
I guess it was just something that eventually morphed on the internet, where it started out not having anything to do with it, but then it was changed.
Huh. Well, I didn't know that was part of the meme. I just knew that it was something funny to say. Here is Anne Bonny and Mary Reed. I'm just getting some reference photos of them. Pretty dang cool. One of them had a
dude is like, "Hey, yo, this is pretty gay."
Hey, whoa, this is kind of gay
I
here.
don't know if I wasn't. You know what?
It
After all
is.
that talk about lesbians, I did not expect there to be lesbians.
If anyone wants to look up some fun facts about Mary Ann and Mary Anning and Anne Bonny, That would be great. I'm going to start drawing because that's what I do best, rather than everyone
so
coming.
if Anne took Mary's last name, their name would be Anne Annie.
Yeah, what's their relationship name? You know how you've got different names for different relationship people, like you kind of combine the names together. It would be Anning. Just be Anning.
I stand Anne.
They
Here knows how. Mary Ann had a laser eye.
did not have a laser eye.
Wait, whoa, let him cook.
Let him cook. Okay.
Money, please. Give us a realistic explanation on why you say Mary Ann has a laser eye.
Is it because they had an eye patch?
Fun fact number 1, they prefer to be referred to as pirates.
Pirates?
They did not.
Does anyone know any fun facts about Mary Ann? And you can look them up for me. Do a little fact checks. Because I'd rather do that than sit here. Fun.
Well, it's gonna be difficult, Rely. We barely have anyone in any of the chats.
I know. Okay, so maybe I'll do it.
Yeah, just do some research for
The
you.
incredible story.
Money can't come back with a realistic explanation. Well, obviously.
Obviously.
Wait, I do it. Hold on. Alright.
Irish woman Anne Bonny and Mary Read, 2 female pirates that navigated the treacherous Caribbean seas while also navigating a true queer pirate romance. That's awesome. Let's see.
Mary Ann went Mars. Mad lad, you so mad.
You're so mad.
You've gone mad.
Reed describes herself as neither man nor woman. I am just me, okay? I want to hear some cool stuff about swords.
Fun fact 2, they traveled back in time once to change the future's past's future's present.
They don't time travel. I don't know.
Kingdom Hearts, darkness in the heartless, in the heart of all worlds, and light and darkness and kingdom.
And Kingdom Hearts. Well, this article didn't tell me anything other than the fact that they were gay. That didn't help at all.
I don't care about gayness. I want to hear how they killed people.
I want to know how they defeated their enemies.
They were looking for Treasure Planet, instead found each other. It's true, I read it on Wikipedia. You know,
Whoa. With the aid of some of their friends, they stole a boat from the abandoned wrecks in the harbor and liberally covered the topsail, deck, and themselves with turtle blood.
Oh my goodness.
That's spooky.
Alex, do you make digital art? No, I just draw with a pencil and a notebook. I'm not really big on art. I've just been doing it for fun. And to give people who say talent matters the middle finger.
I'm trying to think.
I'm
I know that there's not... This isn't a fun fact yet, but this guy's name is called Steve Gooch.
They didn't use swords. They scissored their victims.
No! No! They made a scissoring joke. Alright, the whole area is one legend myth. Okay, wanted for arson, attempted parricide. I don't know what parricide is. And conspiracy against the king's authority.
They tried to kill all of Paris.
Oh! I don't think that's what that means.
Alright, is it Para or Paris?
Parricide. Okay, so lesbian is not actually accurate. Evidence of their homosexuality is not so clear-cut as we might wish, and at most they were bisexual.
If they're bisexual, then that means they can't make out with other women. That's how it works. Parricide, the killing of a parent or other near relative. I thought that was patricide, but wait, no, patricide is specifically father, isn't it?
Patricide, yeah.
So yeah, parricide, they kill a family relative.
Well, I'm gonna draw one of them. Okay, so they're just, let's do some pirates, Alec. There's nothing wrong about something crazy.
Oh, Moni, they both disguise themselves as men. In fact, I think that's how they met each other.
There's nothing wrong with just starting out with just trying to draw some cool badass
This is like Gooch.
pirates at first. It's true, yeah, that's their name. That was their last name.
Hi, Solara.
Hi!
They're back from food poisoning.
What? Solara, why do you have food poisoning? Alright, pirates. 2 female pirates. We're gonna have them looking this way. It's gonna be a sort of...
We have to get the treasure. The booty.
The booty!
It's really hard to find history on women, to be honest. Yeah.
That's true. That is true. But, not for me. Today we're
Casey draws with 6B pencil.
Yeah. Today I'm gonna draw these pirates just being badass. Just the badass part. So, when I'm drawing...
I don't know what's going on, but people have been talking about cheese in the YouTube chat.
Why are they talking about cheese? YouTube, what's your favorite cheese?
The true pinnacle of TikTok. I forgot what I was talking about. You were talking about, hey, get that millions dollar, but we can't find no planktons.
What are you saying? SpongeBob, me boy.
Aye, Captain Casey. You must punish. You said they were one of us lesbians when they're actually bisexual.
I know, they're actually bisexual. Yeah, they did have I remember they had a male throuple. Like, they had one of those guys, so I don't...
I eat straight out of the bag. My favorite cheese is sharp cheddar, shredded. I eat it straight out of the bag. Scissor me timbers!
No! I'm writing that down.
Fave cheese, Roquefort cheese. I don't know what that is. Cause the win in random gay dude says gay cheese. You like gay cheese?
Gay
My
cheese.
favorite cheese is the Windex flavor. Mad lad, no!
You can't eat Windex. That's not appropriate. You'll poison yourself.
Anyone knows what he draws with, like, specific frog polyps? That's okay. He uses 6B pencil and he draws on Procreate.
That's something that I'm very confused about, Alec. Out of everything that I'm ever asked the most of, people usually ask, what pencil am I using?
Which is like...
So it's a random question.
Like, I mean, I think you can eyeball it, like, when you're using your own pen, because you can control different sizes of how it draws.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you are using the most default, basic, normal pen.
Yes.
And people are acting like it's some hidden technique.
Yes.
He's using his fancy pencil. He has at least 50. Moni, you are a liar. You spread falsehoods.
I'm just getting some reference up for some really cool pirate outfits for women. I just have these on the fly. I have a whole photo gallery of reference photos of women in pirate outfits. Specifically for this. I knew this day would come.
Everyone knows that women look best in, like, full suits.
Yes.
Like a full suit, pirate suit, a tuxedo, a suit of armor.
Yes.
Everyone, like, Helltaker took the internet by storm because it completely understood the singular fetish of just women wearing good clothes. Rather than, like the many people who make video games, it was like, oh, they need to wear sexy clothes.
They need less clothes. Ah!
Yeah, no, I hate it when people have just less clothes for no reason.
No reason at all.
Unless they're like Bayonetta, where they are confident in the sex appeal or like to use it, or do it for fun, or do it because it's a part of their personality.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Sure.
You know, I liked the costume of the pirate from Treasure Planet. Which pirate? There was quite a few pirates in there.
You mean the lady pirate? The lady...
the
the
costume
captain?
of the captain from Treasure
The
Planet.
captain lady.
More buckles for these swashbucklers.
They need a little bit of buckles.
Men are hot.
What?
My phone died, so I'm going to say lesbian cheese on Twitch. Godspeed, lesbian.
Godspeed. Good luck.
Casey, I have a joke for you.
Ah, what is the joke?
Why was the duck arrested?
I really don't. I can't. I couldn't tell.
Because he was selling quack.
Oh no! No! Why?
We got trans cheese, non-binary cheese, arrow ace cheese, gender fluid cheese, poly cheese. YouTube's been taken over by cheese. By cheese.
Cheese, Gromit. It's the gay agenda. Cheese. They want us to eat cheese.
Anyone here go to? Well, I'm not gonna say that. Because it's we'll keep the anonymity of the people on the chat. So I won't say that you're going to this community school.
Mm-hmm.
We joined some awesome lesbian lover pirate ladies. Actually, it turns out one of them might be bisexual.
True. And one of them might be neither male nor female, or just kind of non-conforming.
And one of them might be a pirate.
Okay. Alec, question.
Yeah.
Weapons.
Answer.
Pirate weapons.
Alright, well, the easiest is cutlass.
Cutlass.
There's like a hook and rope for like getting to the other boarding other ships.
Mm-hmm.
But they also use boards for that. Flintlock pistol. You know what? Actually, I'm just going off on Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. But you know, I really do like historically accurate, interesting weapons. Because there's so many weapons that have unique art styles. Like even swords that just look interesting that just are not covered in media.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take what you said earlier. I like the idea of maybe one of them is swinging on a hook on a rope.
Chain shot. Oh, the chain shot would be in the cannon. Yeah. Grappling hook, cutlass, musket, blunderbuss, a boarding axe.
Oh my.
I'm gonna look up what for sure a scimitar or the laser eye I mentioned. Oh yeah, laser eye.
Why the laser eye? I've already got a laser eye.
Absorbed a flower? You mean eating it? Yes.
Then yes.
Boarding axe. I got it. Okay, I'll look up what a boarding axe is, but first let me look at this list. Pistol, cannon, chain shot, which was used. The cannons with chain shot and cannons. If you don't know, chat, cannons had very different ammo that was used for different things. Like they had scatter shot that would spread out the it would do less damage, but it would spread out the damage across the ship. There was chain shot where it was like two smaller balls chained together. It was supposed to fling around, and that was more for killing infantry because it was spread out wide. Grenade. Oh yeah, they had grenades. Stink pot.
Stink?
They were stuffed with intoxicating substances like sulfur.
Ooh.
When exploded, the chemicals produced a nauseous cloud to cause panic and confusion.
I kind of like the sound of that. Bombs is cool. Bombs is a cool thing.
Alright, I'm gonna look up boarding axe.
Okay, that's gonna be
mate browning is what they use. Mate browning.
Mate browning? What's that? I don't even.
Maybe a joke. What?
I've never heard that.
Oh wow, the boarding axe looks very similar to a normal axe. I'm gonna actually look. I want to look more into this, the function and form of it, because one of them could definitely just have an axe. Function and form. Oh yeah, axes for firefighting.
Firefighting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like, what do you mean by firefighting?
Yeah, they may be on the sea, but the ships are wood.
I've got Smash stuck in my head. Alright, and then maybe the hat is too big up that part.
The axe was used to cut through anti-border nets and lines.
Oh.
I didn't even know ships had that to like nets and lines to get people from to stop people from boarding them.
Huh.
Cut through rigging or ropes or holding gun ports open to smash through the doors and windows of cabins. Wow, this is interesting. It's not just it's the utility of a weapon, because weapons, like even the sword alone, is a lot more for just stabbing and killing people. They have always a wide variety of uses. This boarding axe was basically, it could be used against enemies, but it was used for utility. Like if their own mast was shot down, you'd have to like cut through it to like make room or stop a fire from spreading.
Oh my.
Or if you're already boarding on, the hook on the other end of the axe could help climb you up, and it was used to like smash in windows and break down doors.
Oh shit, that's cool.
That's interesting.
I like that a lot. I'm gonna have her
it
throwing.
looks the exact same as a normal axe.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got a pick on the back of it.
It's just got a purpose, Alec. It's got a purpose. Did you know you technically breathe in people's skin? You know, frog polyps. I didn't need to know
My
that.
skin!
These words, they cannot heal.
Peg hand. Hook.
Peg hand.
Hook foot.
Hook foot.
I want to get my cheese, but I can't because I'm lactose intolerant. It's gonna go through the roof. Hi, Jemby.
Hello, Jemby.
I hit my brother in the head with the lesbian cheese.
No.
Lexi, no.
The lesbian cheese was meant for peace.
Not war. Did you know you could smell your own lungs? Yeah. Did you know that your stomach is actually in constant agony, but it secretes like
What?
Yeah, because you have acid in there. You have acid constantly burning inside your guts,
Oh.
but you're like used to it, and your body just chooses not to feel the pain.
Whoa. I did not know that. I didn't like those legs. That's not a big pose I enjoy.
Not the lesbian cheese.
Whoa.
War never changes. Always with those lesbian cheeses. Jesus.
I'm trying to figure out the pose for this lady up in the air, but it's kind of confusing me.
What is that phrase that goes? There's no mercy in cheese and war.
That's not it. That's not the phrase, Alec. It's love and war. There's no cheese in that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No.
Cheese is love.
No.
Swords made of cheese. Those would be weird. That would just be string cheese you'd slap people with.
I definitely lost the composition of what I was trying to do.
That's because of all that cheese.
No, I don't know about that. It's because of all that cheese.
I'm suddenly remembering, it's like when you and Mom watched Glee.
Uh-huh.
I remember years ago I saw one clip in passing,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy was making himself some grilled cheese, and then coincidentally, like the burn marks on the bread formed the image of Jesus Christ, and he called it grilled cheeses, and he prayed to it that he'd win the football game, and he did. And like in the rain, he kneels down and says, "Thank you, grilled cheeses."
I don't remember that at all.
That's the only thing I remember.
How did you remember that? I don't even remember a single aspect of that. That's
Because
absolutely
Casey,
wild.
it's one of those random memories that you just don't forget. Never forget.
I could forget that. I could barely forget that. That's hilarious.
I remember I had one of those random memories, and it's like nothing interesting happened. We were going, and we went to like this key shop where we special ordered a specific key for the house that I would be given, so that in case I got locked out, I could get back in.
Okay.
And I just remember walking in the store and seeing it, and that's a memory just in my head.
Huh.
The memory's deteriorated, but so now it's just like a picture image, but I've never forgotten it.
Well, all right.
Also, like, it's chat, actually, I want to hear this. What are some random memories that, like, for no reason whatsoever, you just remember abnormally clearly? Just clear. Because I remember, I know nothing about my preschool, but I remember just one picture image of like, there was like a church there, and also the outside playground, which was huge. Chat is chaos. Yes, indeed.
Chat is pretty chaotic right now.
No, but Casey, I extend also the question to you. Is there any sort of random memory that you just remember clearly?
Yeah, I remember when we lived at the old house, there was a crack in the brick wall in our backyard.
Really?
Yeah, there was just a little, it was almost an alleyway, but it wasn't wide enough for an alleyway. It was wide enough for a 5-year-old to walk through. And what did I do when I was 5 years old? I shimmied through the alleyway because Harry Potter had come out recently. And it was very like Diagon Alley. I'm gonna try this pose again, but instead.
Mad Lad says, "I love your art just like I love Windex."
No.
Windex is good old reliable.
No. Don't.
I have a super clear memory of hiding a salad in my grandma made me in the backyard. Yeah. Thanks, Courtney Love. Now, this is the stuff I love hearing.
Courtney Love, that's perfect. Thank you.
Anyone else in chat? Any suspiciously clear memories for like no reason?
No reason at all as to why
like,
remember.
I have a couple memories of when mom and because I don't watch TV. I mainly play video games or read comics. But the rest of my family do, and I like am in the same room as them. So sometimes I occasionally see something like Glee and grilled cheese. I remember accidentally calling a teacher nasty. It was embarrassing.
Oh my.
I cried because of my teacher today.
Oh my.
I remember during pre-kindergarten, there was this girl, and all I remember about her is that she was pretty and that she always had a book about tigers every day. The same freaking book. I love tigers. That sounds like a winner.
It's a cool chick.
One time a cholo jumped in my backyard and told me shh, but I continued to play. Whoa. I have a clear memory of kindergarten, or like from kindergarten to second grade or something. We were in the library, and the librarian was really large, like quite fat. But that was fine. And of course, I meant nothing. Like I was not like annoyed or disturbed at all. It was just, oh, she's just large. And so I just casually offhand say she's large, and she apparently like she cried a little, and I was like, but why? What's wrong with being large? And who knows? Maybe she wanted to be healthy and like was working on it, or maybe she just was trying to uphold beauty standards of the time.
Well, I have a very similar memory, Alec. Do you remember Anita?
Battle Angel?
No. We had a
Hi, plant your face.
Hi, plant your face. We had a babysitter named Anita, and she was leaving one time, and I think I was 3. I was maybe 3 years old, and I called her fat because I'd learned that word, and I think she cried. And I remember it very clearly that she was pretending to cry. Like, she was like, oh, you can't. She was like trying to reverse psychology me. She was trying to tell me, like, you can't call people that. You have to, you make them feel bad. And so what I wanted to do was, I was like, oh yeah, oh, I kicked the camera. Oh, it's okay. So I told Mom about that story once, and she was like, oh my God, yeah, that was crazy. And I was like, yeah, I remember how she pretended to cry to make me feel bad about calling someone fat, and I learned not to do that, and it was a bad word. And Mom was like, she didn't pretend, Casey. I had to, like, scoot her out the door because she was, like, bawling, and I had to, like, tell her you were just a child. And I was like, I was a baby, right? She was like, yeah, but for some reason she took it very personally, and I was like, I thought she was joking. It was so outlandish. And she's like, yeah, it was... She cried very differently, like very, very deeply.
Mr. Puda says, the longer my hair gets, the more I get mistaken for a girl. Oof. Courtney Love says, during high school graduation, I told my pal he looked dapper. And he said, is That's funny. I like that. Good joke.
Hold on,
Good
one.
joke. Fazo says, the comment before that, random gay dude used to eat goldfish, the snack. He just used to eat it whole, no chewing.
What?
Fozo says, once when I was a baby, I was in a mountain backyard, and while I was pooping myself at 2 or 1 years old, a freaking mountain lion came in the mountain backyard, almost killed me. But my mom saw it just in time.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
When I was like 8, these kids were saying what year they were born in, and they said the same year, and I was like 3 to 4 years younger, and I said I was born the same year, and it just stuck with me. I like that. There's no like really interesting story about it. It's just a thing you don't understand why you remember.
I remember this one time I lied.
I have many stories, but I'm not sure if it's okay to say them. It's as long as... No, I trust you, Moni. I know you can say those. You can tell those stories.
What? No, as long as they're not
As long as they're not
crazy
about how many
and
people
appropriate.
you've murdered.
As long as they're not crazy.
Luna's
and
gonna draw with us. Woo!
Woohoo! Heck yeah, dude! I'm glad you're drawing. Is there anyone else drawing with me right now?
My aunt tried to force me to go somewhere and was pulling me away, and I kicked her face. I was 4.
Oh my god!
Kick him in the face!
Kick him in the face! I'm gonna twist it now. I'm gonna flip the screen.
I remember the day I just like awoke to consciousness. Think what's the earliest memory you have in your life? The very earliest. And I remember the day I just awoke to my conscious self. I was 4 years old. I was just sitting on the couch in the living room, and Mom came in, and I said, "Hi, Mom," and I was like, "How did I know that?" And I just went, and then life just continued, and I just knew things, and then life continued on, and now I'm here. And yeah, so I awoke to consciousness. Myself was awakened when I was 4 years old.
Oh my god. Well, I'm glad you remember the day you became sentient.
Yeah. No, it's really interesting thinking of the very earliest memory you have. Pipsqueak does art. My mom told me that when I was little, I used to grab a toy ukulele and sing in front of the oven so I could see myself dinosaurs and over and over.
I remember, that reminded me now, I used to sing opera when I was a kid. But I still do technically. But I used to just sing Figaro a bunch. I learned how to say
I think I remember that.
I would just go Figaro, and I would just go all the time, and I would do it in a very deep, funny voice, and I'd be like, and then oh my god, Alec, one of our cousins, Shauna, just took me out, and she was Amanda, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to come with me to see my friend?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And she was like, "Okay, here, let's go to see my friend, and you're gonna do some opera for me." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And she took me to her friend's house, knocked on the door. Her friend opens, like, "What's up? You gotta hear this." And then she was like, "Do it." And I started singing Figaro in front of this just random person. And they were like, "Wow, that was so funny." And then we went home. She took me out just to do that.
Like some sort of circus animal.
Yeah.
Alright, now to catch up on these comments. I was being babysat when I was in kindergarten, and I remember biting her leg.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, whoa. Does anyone else vividly recall watching an invisible parkour man when their parents drove? Yes. Although, not, watching, like imagining it, but it was just a thing to pass the time. And it was always jumping on cars or railings or, like, on power lines. Never touched, no, it could run along the ground, but it was more fun when it was moving around.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's an imagination thing some people do. A niche people, but it's not limited to, like, 1 or 2 people.
Wow. That's crazy.
Alright, now I gotta catch up on the YouTube comments.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got quite a few.
Is it about cheese?
No, talk. There's stories. Like, hi, Abiel.
Hello.
Once when I was a kid, I ate so many sweet potatoes, my skin turned full on cone orange. I have been trying to recreate this event. Abiel, no!
I've been trying to recreate this at my whole life.
One time was at a park and I heard a loud yell that didn't sound human, but I just went on playing like nothing happened. You go, random gay dude. My mom told me that when I was little, I used to. Oh wait, I said the oven thing. I remember that in 3rd grade, some kid called me weak and stupid, and then I kicked him in the no-no square. And I haven't told my mom why. What's the no-no square?
No, don't touch me there. That is my no-no square. It's your private parts.
Oh, why is it a square?
Well, it's rhyme.
I don't know.
It rhymes.
One day when I was 3, I put Play-Doh in water and had 2 cups of water, one for drinking and the other for Play-Doh in it. I drank the Play-Doh water.
No!
In kindergarten, I ate bits of Play-Doh. When we were playing around with Play-Doh, I ate tiny pieces of Play-Doh. Hi, Nora Bear!
Hey, what's up, Norbert?
We're just telling stories of our childhood. Like, it's evolved into just any sort of entertaining story from the past, but it started off of, here's the prompt, Norbert. What is just a random memory, doesn't matter how recent or long ago it is, but you just remember it very clearly for like no discernible reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't that major of an event. But if you want, just tell an interesting childhood story. I remember.
I remember the days.
In middle school, I don't remember what grade, but it was the last day of the school year where it was literally just a party,
Mm-hmm.
and like everyone was playing around.
Those were the
it was,
best.
Like, inflatable. Yeah, that was great. I remember there's this one girl who said I can like bend my eyelids backwards. Yeah, and then she showed me like bending her 2 eyelids backwards, and I was like, nifty.
Ew. Gross.
I mean, it's not nearly as gross as people having their eyes pop out. That's gross. Actually, it's worse than gross. It's terrifying.
Random.
I fear for their eyeballs.
I fear.
I fear for their vision orbs. In elementary school, I swapped someone's metal Charizard Pokemon. I told no one. I still have it. Courtney Love, you are a criminal.
You monster! How could you do this?
I one time thought cattails tasted like bread and ate one and had a major infection afterwards. Oh no. I've seen people bite into cattails on the internet.
No!
I hate it so much because it explodes into spores, and it just gets. It looks like it just tries to get down your throat. And that's terrifying.
I'm so sorry you did that. That I'm in legit fashion. That's terrifying.
I remember when I was young. I remember Foursquare. Foursquare was the best.
Foursquare was the best.
It's like you each had your own different, like there was all different rules that just people just knew. Like no one knew where the game came from or where these rule sets came from, but everyone knew about how it's like there was the different throwing motions, like slamming it down with 2 hands, or using your head, or that you have to clap twice before you catch it. And then like whoever was in the first square, it was like, all right. You decide the rules, and it's like you can't no bazookas, no clappers. Let's go, and then start. And Craig of the Creek did a great episode.
I was gonna say it sounds a lot like that episode of
Craig of the Creek does very good. It's other than Bluey, I would say Craig of the Creek is one of the best shows that captures childhood.
Yeah. Agreed. Alec and I have been watching a lot of Bluey recently.
Bluey's so great.
Bluey's great.
Me want bite. Me want see corn dog delight. Courtney, no!
Don't.
I never played Foursquare because I don't know how. It's quite simple to learn, easy to learn, hard to master. Only the most hardened of kindergarten of middle schoolers can play it. Nah, Foursquare was amazing. Alright, I gotta go, buy cheeses. I'll be back probably. Bye, random gay dude.
Bye, random gay dude.
My mother has a video of my baby brother of my brother singing Baby by Justin Bieber, and he was 2. In the background, I needed attention, so I started singing the UCLA cheer because my grandpa likes college basketball.
Oh my god.
I had little pom-poms and everything, and I did the YMCA afterwards.
What?
That's adorable.
That's
I
awesome.
love every part of that story.
That's crazy. There we go. And there we go.
I remember in preschool, the last memory I have of preschool is that I fell and I scraped my knee.
You?
Yeah, and it was like directly on the knee, and it took it was a big scrape. It took a couple weeks to heal.
Then I remember 2 things. This is a little story. You want to hear a story, Alex?
I would love to hear a story.
So I had a kind of crush, just kind of liking a teacher, in when I was like in YMCA once, and she was walking away one day, and everyone waved goodbye, and I stuck my fingers through the door hinge to wave goodbye with my fingers, and this evil kid, Cade, his name was Cade. That's a villain's name. Slammed the door on purpose. He did that on purpose. And I said, ow. And I was really angry about it. And he laughed and laughed. And I remembered it. I remembered him doing that. And so, after that, the next time I saw him, I got in his face. And I was like, you're mean. I don't like you. And he was like, you're just a little kid. You can't do anything about it. I'm going to keep beating you up and stuff. And
then you killed him.
I let him push me a little. And I think that's what I remember it as. And I let him push me just the once. And he walked away like he was finished. I turned around, got up on a bench next to a wall, jumped off the bench, landed on his shoulder, and started biting his ear off so hard that it started to bleed. And in my mouth, I had a bleeding ear of an older kid. And they had to tear me off of this kid. And Dad came back, and he was like, Casey, did you bite a kid? Because he was... And did you bite a kid until he bled? And I was like, mm-hmm. And I was really scared inside because I knew I did something wrong. And he was like, was that the same kid that, slammed your fingers and I had to come in from work to the YMCA and just hold you because you were my son and you were crying? And I was like, mm-hmm. And he was like, good job, I'm proud of you. Good job biting that kid's ear.
I have never heard... I just remember once that, like, someone slams your fingers with the door hinge.
Mm-hmm.
I had never seen anything like that before.
Yep.
Once I scraped my my elbow on the one bone where you hit in your arm. Oh, your funny bone?
Oh.
My arm went funny. And I didn't realize I was bleeding, and 5 minutes later I was like, oh, I'm bleeding. I might as well get a Band-Aid. And I said it in a British accent. Might as well get a Band-Aid.
Might as well get a Band-Aid.
Peppa Ciano says, I feel straight. No offense. I am very offended now. Coin dumb. He deserved it. 10 out of 10. Justified. I ran full tilt and fell. Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh. Crunched me knee.
Crunched me knee.
I remember when one time Grandpa was just taking us out to McDonald's and we were in his old car. And I don't know how, but my fingers kind of got stuck between, like, in the car door, like, between the hinges.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, it was bad because if the car was fully open, it was crushing my fingers. But if you tried to close it, it would also crush my fingers. So you had to have it at, like, the perfect midpoint angle for me to get out my fingers. But that hurt. That really hurt. When I was 3, I stuck some black fabric in my ears because I was in the bath and I didn't like water getting in my ears.
No.
And they got stuck, and I got them out myself with tweezers when I was 9.
Oh my
Well,
god.
you know what? No, I'm really glad you were able to get it out.
It's
because
crazy.
I knew of a person who had like this wax in their ear in the place of like earplugs. It was very stupid. I don't even understand but the wax got too deep and they couldn't get it out. And so they took like a Q-tip, cut off one end so it was straight and tried to pull out. It didn't work, so then they took him to a hospital. I remember that I was playing. Guys, everyone, I am loving these stories.
This is great. Keep telling
love
stories. I want to hear more stories.
I remember, and then guys, it's a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have any stories to tell when you ask them to ask anything, and that's all bullshit.
That's
we were
baloney.
all kids who did crazy, silly, stupid things.
You
before.
remember something.
We've all called a lady fat and meant nothing by it as just an objective description, and they took it personally. And so that's really their fault. We all did that, right? You get me, right?
You get me, right? We did that.
Alright, when I was 3, oh wait, no, I read that. I remember that I was playing with my friends at kindergarten and was playing the role of a guy, and she was the girl, and we faked kiss. And she didn't kiss me, but at the moment I thought I was gay. I didn't know, like, when you were that young you could think of even the word gay, but yeah, cool. In 3rd grade, I was talking to my teacher at recess, and this kid walked up to my teacher, and it was around Christmas time, and she was talking about her elves, and said to the teacher, I think my elf is gay. The teacher was in shock.
That's
Trick
correct.
subscribes to at tier 1. Huh?
Trick, you're going up on the board. Thank you very much.
Lexi says, wait, one time I was in like pre-kindergarten and was watching a video with my dad, and out of nowhere, my brother came into the room and cut my ear where the earrings go, and he cut it in half. Oh my gosh!
That's terrifying.
Kids are crazy. Pipsqueak does art just finished sewing a pillow. Awesome.
No, that's sick, dude.
I was 10 and I broke my collarbone playing tag. Next day I didn't feel anything. Well, I'm glad you didn't feel anything.
Oh no.
I
I still don't feel anything.
don't feel anything in my heart. Okay, hi chick. I missed on some TikTok comments. Full tilt. Alec, if you could relive something that happened in your life for one time tomorrow, what would that be? By relive it, do you mean like go through it again, or go in the past and hope to change it? Because I hope you mean go through it again. Christmas morning was not that good. When I was 3, I tried to convince my teacher that I had 100 brothers. I have 0. What are we doing? Casey is drawing bisexual pirates, and we are telling stories when we were kids. Actually, just telling stories in general. It's just most of the stories have been when we were children. It's quite fun. Once I catch up on stories, I'll try to think of a time I'd like to relive when I was young.
That's a good
I
question.
was 4 and broke my arm at McDonald's. Oof. Ugh. Our younger cousin is like 4, and they broke we went to a trampoline place, like Sky High, and they fell on the trampoline wrong and broke their arm.
Yeah, that was insane.
Yeah. I found out about stranger danger and kidnapping when I was 5, and my friend got kidnapped, and I had to be questioned because I was seen with him last. They found him, and he wasn't harmed physically. By the way, I didn't see him get kidnapped outside school. Oh, wow.
That's
I'm glad it turned out well.
Wait, did it turn out well?
Well, yeah, the kid got back. He wasn't harmed.
Okay, good. That's great.
Once in elementary school, I was playing a spy game with my crush, and when we were going inside, and he got down on one knee and asked me to marry him, and I said yes, and then he gave me a pop ring. I was disappointed. Disappointed?
Disappointed?
Do you have any idea the value of pop rings when you're children?
Do you have any idea the money, the absolute
The
billions of
$5
dollars that pop ring is worth?
I remember I was trying to fight a guy over my water bottle, and I headbutted him, and he cried and slapped me in the face, but I didn't care.
Whoa. I'm gonna give her 2 pistols.
As a former teacher, 5-year-olds know a lot. They asked if I saw where he went and if they saw anyone talking to him. Yeah, no, 5-year-old children are way smarter than you think. Alright, now let me think of a childhood memory I'd like to relive.
Interesting proposal.
I'd like to relive my earliest memory when I awoke to consciousness. because it's like saying awoke to consciousness sounds like a silly like a metaphor. It was literally like I just gained awareness. Like I just was like I'm in a room and then a woman walks in and before I even know who she is, I say hi mom. And it's like that's my mom and I don't know what the word mother even means. And then it just comes to me naturally, like instinct.
You make it sound transcendental.
Yeah, it sounds like it makes it sound like I didn't even have a soul before I was 4 years old. Before that moment, and it was just very interesting. And I've never had an experience like it again because I have continuing memories. So I would love to go through that again mentally. Like, not now, but like go back in time and experience that same memory again. If I were to experience it now again, that'd be like if I had amnesia. Pirates, call it macaroni. Got my tablet, iPad 9. Nice job, Jesse.
I don't know what to do with this lady still.
I want to read my favorite. Okay, oh, jeez. I'm so glad. This is such a great conversation topic. I have a lot to talk about with there's a lot in the chat, but this is good. I thought he would hug me. I didn't like pop rings at the time. Oof. Alright, yeah. Pipsqueak, they would want to read their favorite book again. Ooh.
Huh.
The first time again, of course.
Of course.
When I was in 3rd grade, a kid would not go inside, and I did this thing when someone did something annoying. I'd walk past them, but when I walked past, I had my hand out and smacked their head.
Oh my gosh.
I broke the kid's glasses.
You're mean! We found them! We found a mean
Shiano
person.
says, I had curly hair when I was very little and I was annoyed by it and cut it. Worst thing to do in my life, I was made fun of for being an egg.
Oh no.
Egg man. Then he went on to fight a pesky hedgehog.
That's so sad.
Oh cool. My earliest memory, this is Lexi. My earliest memory was when I was in a Head Start, and they chose me for like the teacher's assistant, and I got to put my name up on the whiteboard. Isn't Head Start like one of those unique middle school programs? Like, I was in one as well. I completely forgot.
Yeah, I was in one. My dad actually was like, you gotta let him in, and they were like, there's no more spots, and he's like,
I'll make spots.
You gotta make spots. There's so many good. He's such a good creative kid. You gotta get him in there. And I quit. He got me in, and I quit.
That's great. I went to my cousin's Animal Crossing island, and they had buy flags around the island, and I'd buy too. And we were like, hey yo. Head Start is usually pre-kindergarten, I thought. No, but it's like those. Actually, I don't know what Head Start is, but it's one of those side group activities
Not
for kids.
worth it. The side.
I went in 3rd grade. There was a science thing that we did. Oh, actually, I completely forgot what it was called. It was like a 5-letter acronym.
Yeah, I was in the same one.
Do you remember what it was called?
Nope.
So there were several things. Like 1 week or 1 month, we were doing baking and learning just baking stuff, and we just got to make sweets, and that was great. One time, we were doing dissection of, I think, a fish or a frog, and I was doing fine. But at the very end, it's for some reason the plastic heads you put on the scalpels, like have a hole at the end of them.
Oh.
Like I don't know. I still to this day don't know the technical reason why that was a thing. But I accidentally cut my finger tip when I was putting it back in the plastic cover. And this was after doing like an autopsy on a dead frog or a dead fish. So the person in charge was like, oh shit, he's super getting infected, and started pouring alcohol in it. I was like, do you feel that? And I was like, no, I don't feel anything. And they're like, oh no.
No.
Because you're supposed to be, and then after like 10 seconds of pouring, then it hurt. And it was like, okay, and then they started pouring water. And because it's supposed to hurt when you pour alcohol on an open wound. If it's not hurting, that means you got very infected.
Dang. That's crazy.
Colors of the Wind, who slapped the kid and broke his glasses, says, I was 8, okay? I also had a god complex. Back when I was young, God.
Oh my god.
I had to do a whole fetal pig for dissection.
Oh, that's spooky.
That's no good, very bad, no fun. They're too small. I can't cover my face in their organs.
What?
When I was a bit younger, I had an imaginary friend that was like an inky creature, and now he's one of my OCs. He didn't have a name because I don't remember. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
I have a backrooms character that's gender fluid, and their name is Terry.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, great news.
What pen do you use for your app?
Yeah,
An Apple
6B
pen.
pencil, the Apple
An
pen.
Or pen.
Apple.
Whenever I was in grade 1, I was bullied for being Indian, and no, not from India, so Native American, I guess, but they called you Indian because if like 15 or 20 years ago, they
said that, yeah.
Who are you drawing? Casey's drawing
There's a lesbian power couple.
that were pirates, and
They're
they would
pirates.
show their boobs off to the people they killed to say, ha ha, Nina, you got killed by a woman. I got coots. That's exactly what they said.
It's Mary Anning and Anne Bonny, I think is what they're called.
I went to Head Start before I was in pre-kindergarten. I know I only got to go because we were a low-income family and I was eligible for it. So I don't exactly know what Head Start is.
I have no idea what Head Start is.
I'm assuming, based on context clues, it's for low-income families to get, like, to learn stuff a little bit, like to be taught math and stuff like that before they enter school.
Well, I've never known.
My brother didn't get to go because we made too much money. I thought you were you were low income, but not that low, I guess. For their standards, for Head Start standards. Courtney Love had imaginary friends, and one was very mean to them.
What did you make your imaginary friends mean?
They also said, to this day, I have no idea why I imagined a mean imaginary friend.
That's crazy.
In kindergarten, there was this kid named Casey Brown who took my coloring pages and colored outside the lines to upset me. And since then, I've never met another person named Casey whose energy I trust. And then they next say, my name is Casey. So this feels full circle for me. You've gone through a whole character arc, learning to trust again.
Dude, I don't know what to do with this character pose. It's throwing me off, man.
Alright, now back to the YouTube comments. I need a drink of water. I'm having a lot. This is the best conversation I've had with the live stream for a while.
I think I like this.
Is this based off of Mary Read and Anne Bonny?
Oh, thank you. Yes, Mary Read and
Is her
Anne
name
Bonny.
Mary Read?
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
must be. So this is way better than this. It's way better. It's just a good pose. And then
I drink gender fluid people because they are a fluid. That's murder.
you can't drink them.
No, it's hydration.
No.
It's got electrolytes.
Please.
Some kid calls this girl, who's really nice, orange. She just has a tan. And whenever anyone says anything about him, he just goes, did I ask? And then he started talking about me, so I said, did we ask? Or do I have to dumb it down for you? You have large ears and desperately need foundation to cover those pimples.
Oh my god.
And then the whole room clapped. No, it's not that unbelievable.
That's savage. Okay, I'm getting rid of this because I didn't like it. And I'm gonna see see if I like this lady better than I do this lady.
My third grade teacher didn't like me for some reason. I was nice to her every day. I don't know what I did.
Definitely
You were
is.
born. Children are a plague on the. Freaking like, it's so silly. Like any TV show, like Kid Next Doors, where it's like adults versus children. And it's like, oh, I hate children. I'll get rid of all children. It's like, wait, but that's literally impossible. You'll just doom all humanity. It's the same kind of stupidity that it's like in any sort of Christmas movie where Santa is real. It makes no sense.
No sense.
For like all parents to not believe in Santa.
Yep.
It's like the parents, they see these new presents under the Christmas tree that says from Santa, and what they assume that the spouse got it instead? What about low-income families? What about people who are like single parents? Where the heck do they think these presents come from? What about the orphans?
Where did the orphans get the presents?
From Santa! But why do people not believe? It makes no sense. Like, unless Santa can't get even 100th, no, not even 1,000th of the population in a single night. Like, he's not able to do it all in a single night, and only like a very small amount of people relative to the population of all of Earth. Then that would make sense, because it would be like a very rare occurrence. But even then, it's treating it like every parent doesn't believe it makes no sense.
Yeah. Santa has to exist in that movie then. Like, everybody knows it. But then the whole debate is like, do you believe in Santa? That's the whole movie's, like, point. Weird.
Gender, the best of fluids.
No!
Heard about them on the dollar. No prison can hold me, so I can do whatever I want. And then Courtney Love is like, how old were you guys when you first saw the Hat Man? And how much money do you definitely owe him? I don't know who the Hat Man is.
What is the Hat Man?
Santa makes clones, then he brings all the clones to SantaCon. Alright,
I'm liking these big shoulders.
Alright, I gotta get back to YouTube comments. It's just, dumb it down. Third grade teacher didn't like me. I'm drawing right now. I'm doing very well. How about you?
Hey, nice. I'm
Cool,
doing very well.
Pepe Shiano. I think he's higher. My friends and I were comparing our death stares, and I did mine, and now one of my friends calls me Teddy Bear, and his girlfriend thought he was dating me, so she broke up with him, and so now I'm Freckles. You can't call me Teddy Bear because they think that's too affectionate. That sucks. But wow.
That's pretty funny.
I want to like offer advice and like whatever, but I don't know anything about romance.
Mm-mm.
In 4th grade, a kid thought I said I'm pregnant, and he was like, "You're pregnant," and I was like, "No," and then he said, "Oh, well, you look pregnant."
What? That's a mean guy.
Like zoinks, Scoop.
Like Zinks. I got a little shaggy in there.
I'm seeing pregnant woman.
Raggy. Arabian rummy.
Like what, Scoob?
I have rabies.
Oh.
You've got rabies. That's not very cash money. Raggy. I have rabies. I'm pregnant.
I recently on the Discord posted my drawing of Shag from the webcomic Scoob and Shag.
Uh-huh.
And every time I think of that webcomic on Webtoons, there's a webtoon called Scoob and Shag.
Mm-hmm.
And it has no reason being as absolutely amazing as it is. It's so good. It's like the first 10 chapters are just like comedy, but you can knock them out in like 5 minutes. And then it's horror. And then it's shonen action, but like really good shonen action. And I'm like, what the fudge? When in 4th grade, I hit a kid with my lunchbox because he was saying mean stuff to a kid. And looking back, he was probably just teasing a friend. It was after dodgeball and the kid was on the losing team. Ooh.
I don't know. It's good. It's always good to stand up to people, especially kids. Sometimes they're mean. I did that to a kid. I was like, I saw a kid bullying another kid, and I definitely put him out. I was like, hey, what the heck are you doing?
Alright,
Stop doing that, you dummy.
On Twitch, Des Noel. Hello, Des Noel.
Hello.
Says, I have a question. How do I get my mom to stop buying me art supplies all the time? As much as I love how she supports my art, it's just a hobby and I don't need any more supplies.
Tell her?
Like,
But also, like, yeah, just be honest with her and let her know.
Be very honest that you love that she supports you.
Yeah.
But you literally have enough supplies, so any extras wouldn't do you no good. Won't do you no good, no siree.
Won't do no good.
Me and this kid I was friends with had to keep explaining to people that we weren't dating, and it got to the point where we started like automatically answering, she's lesbian, he's a guy. You never have some NyQuil and were visited by the Hat Man? Some say if you look hard enough you see Buddhist robbing his sister. So I guess it's like your sleep paralysis demon.
It's a sleep paralysis demon. That's kind of cool.
I've never had sleep paralysis before.
I just made the pose. There. Finally. I know, Alec, I know we've been having fun, but I have been fighting for my life over here. I could not for the life of me figure out where the legs are going, what the pose is doing. I had no idea what I was going to do, and this has been difficult for me. Finally.
Courtney and Putis are talking with each other about the Hat Man, and it's like, Mr. Putis is like, I saw a Hat Man when I ate a 30-pound slab of Benadryl. Don't ask where I got it, I won't rat out my supplier. And Courtney is like, just carry straight liquid bricks of Benadryl to bully the Hat Man on a whim. I stole his hat, so now he's just the man. Nash Padilla's like, I never stood up for myself or others. Oh no! In fact, I've never stood up at all, no. Have you ever asked a girl to be your partner, but they're lesbian? No, because I'm Arrow Ace. I've never cared about it. Like, when I was young, when I was a little lad. You know the stupid thing where it's like, because romance is literally everywhere in society and all forms of media, so you think it's like a necessity, like that's just natural nature and that's what goes about, whatever, and that you have to have a crush on something. In middle school, I had a friend named Lizzie, and she was just the first girl who I was friends with, so I was like, I must have a crush on her. And so for the next couple of years, I have occasionally said, oh yeah, I got a crush on her, and I've done literally nothing with it. That was totally fine. And then one day, just randomly when I was going to my locker, I thought, what's the difference between me liking her as a friend and me liking like the other girls and the other guys as friends? And I thought about it for like 6 seconds, and I came to the conclusion that there was zero difference. And I was like, oh, I don't have a crush on her. And boom, my one and only crush that I had for years was just drops, like it was nothing. And it was when telling this story, like a year ago, to Casey, I was like, yeah, so that's how I dropped my crush. And I was like, oh, wait, I think I'm asexual. And I never learned about my asexuality or aromanticism because I just had absolute apathy towards it. Because I just never took any, like, a solid minute to even think about it at all because I just did not give a care. I need more water.
You need more water.
Water break.
Alright, fine, water break. Everyone, water break. Except for Casey.
You know, this is great. Even though this is like the lowest amount of people we've had in our streams in a long time, this is the most conversation we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's TikTok.
Sometimes it's a smaller group that you have more fun with.
Question. Usually I want to paint something in a different layer. It paints the whole page instead. What do I do?
What do you mean paints the whole page instead? What do you mean? Can you be specific, like what tools are you using?
Alright, now on to Twitch. Story from today from Des Noel. My mom bought me a slushie to share with my little cousin. My mom told me it's called a mermaid slush. So I looked at my cousin and told him it's made out of grinded up mermaid tails.
Oh
he
my gosh.
believed me and is afraid to drink it.
No!
Ew.
Why would you do this?
You're a monster.
You're a monster.
My parents used to use the cuckoo monster on me and my brother to get me and my brother to go to sleep at night because they told us he was going to get us if we weren't asleep at midnight. I swear I remembered something called the cuckoo monster.
What's the cuckoo monster?
I don't know.
You mean the cookie monster?
No, the cuckoo. It feels like there's a memory from my ancient past calling out to me that I've heard the word cuckoo monster before. I just don't remember.
Okay.
I had this friend all through school, and I was always with him. We were always mistaken for dating, and I got fed up and told everyone the truth. We were cousins, best friends. Right. Oh, Jesse, for the question. When I drop the color on the space, it paints the whole background instead.
So, Jesse, are you talking about when I do this? Like I fill in a thing like this? I've just made a circle and now I'm dragging it over and it fills up like that? Is that what you mean? Like you're trying to fill up a shape and instead it fills the whole thing? Is that what you mean?
I'm stupid says, hey, your mom was at the school I was at. Yeah, cool. Yeah, she
Whoa! Hey, I'm stupid. What's up, dude?
Hey, you stupid.
I do like to hear your mom.
Me and my friends made a plan where my friend will eat pickles. I have an allergic reaction. I'll rush her to the hospital after I fix her. I throw over my shoulder and we're out of there. Little weird words, but basically bad choices abound. Alright, now I gotta catch up on the YouTube comments. Can you say hi to my pet rats, Oreo and Pinky?
I don't see why not. Hello, Oreo and Pinky. I don't do that, but why not? I made her have a giant forehead, and I'm gonna fix that immediately.
I played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and called Seven Shaggy because of his hair and would bully him to myself, and my brother thought I was bullying my friend. I was defending a kid from a bully, and then the girl I was defending, started to bully me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, bad show.
That's terrible.
Pipsqueak says, same. The person is my good friend now. So they bullied you and now you're friends. Pepe Ciano says, I can understand Casey. No, they understand you.
Ah.
They understand your dark secrets. They
We'll
know
draw
what's in your
everything but
heart.
the face first.
Casey, take some cheese swords. You need them to fight. Ah, the return of the cheese.
I will not take any cheese swords,
my
thank you.
My baby cousin, who is 3, always says, let's play bocce. And throughout her pretending to be a hibachi chef, she goes, sake water break, and Bull brings out a fake smoothie cup and does the thing, like the sake thing. Oh my gosh.
Kampai! And then
Kampai. I'm thinking more as like, we are now brothers. when you share cups of sake, like, it's brotherhood.
I don't want her to look, like, terrifying.
What's the YouTube? Casey's YouTube name is the same as his Twitch and TikTok. It's Casey Art.
Yeah, I think if you find me on YouTube, it's also Casey Art TV, I think.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's just Casey
I'm not gonna draw the face yet. I'm a little scared to draw the face right now.
I used to intentionally wake up in the middle of the night to watch infomercials. Favorite was Magic Bullet. Okay. I'm not gonna look up Magic Bullet. Well, I'm looking at Magic Bullet, but I'm just writing it down so I can look it up.
Guys, I'm not looking that up.
Casey,
Magic.
you know how
Bullet.
funny infomercials are, especially midnight infomercials where there's like the target audience. They just have to be very desperate. You know it's bad. You know it's like those like the Snuggie where the person is like in a blanket and it's like, are you having trouble getting out? And they're acting like they're entrapped in a prison of fabric. The person Des Noel, who people thought their cousins were dating. We're still mistaken for dating, even in high school. So I said, I'm gay but not desperate. He's polyamorous, not gay. And then shut everyone up immediately. Why does that shut up everyone but not the word cousins?
I don't know. That should. You must live in an interesting area.
I blame Alabama jokes. Because people are always like, oh, whenever that sort of stuff, relationship with blood relatives is like, oh, what is this, Alabama? And it's like, what are you doing? Have you ever even been to Alabama?
Have you been to Alabama?
Have you ever even like watched Alabama media or know anyone from Alabama? No.
Perpetuating a stereotype of Alabama.
How many pickles is too many? I don't like pickles, so I'd say
one pickle. That depends. Are you eating a whole pickle? You eating a whole pickle? Because if you're eating if you're devouring a giant pickle, I would say one pickle is just too much. You don't need that much.
My mom had a story from back when she was in high school where she got suspended for chasing a varsity football player around because he flipped her off. Good.
Oh.
No, it was their aunt, not their mom. But yeah, no. Yeah.
Showing the football players she means business.
I had something in high school where I was up in a tree and someone got like it was high school. Like these were high schoolers and they got a tree as I was coming down from the tree. They got a stick and like poked it up my butt.
What?
And I was like, what the fuck? And I swore at them. And I got super angry because that's like
rude.
Not just
very
rude.
rude.
That's like oh my god.
Very mean. You don't even know the person.
And you know what I've always thought was really stupid.
What's
the
stupid?
whole the concept of like being in the shower room with the guys and like slapping them on the ass or something like that. It's like that's stupid.
It's dumb.
Why are you slapping them? And why are you touching an area like that? Why?
It's very rude.
I don't like that. I also don't like. I told Casey about this earlier. I don't like pats on the back. It's people slap your back a little and it hurts.
What are they saying in chat, Alec?
I'm trying. Casey, I'm trying.
I'm trying, Casey.
Incorrect. The correct answer. How many pickles is too many? The correct answer is 100.
What?
Nash Padilla. Can't fight you.
Nash Padilla, I will say, 100 is also too much.
The magic bullet was a blender. I liked the food, but even at that age, thought this all-adult blender party looked fake as heck. Yeah. Cucumbers are technically fruits, so are pickles? I do not care. I'm also asexual. Alright, cool, Baldwin. Alright, now to get back to YouTube. I drew a character based off Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, and now I have a random mushroom man chilling in my sketchbook.
Ah.
I met my best friend by asking them about a book they were reading. We are dating now and started a D&D club. Aww.
That's cool.
I remember my first day of high school in gym class, I met my best friend Derek, and we just immediately hit it off. tried several times over the course of the next few months to keep in contact with him, and he just never texted me back. So now he's just completely missing. Which is a shame.
Yeah, that's a shame. I remember that guy.
When I was in 4th grade, the same kid who said I looked pregnant, we were like frenemies, and kids thought we were dating, and kids told me he liked me, and I'd say that I'm gay as a joke. Oof. It's not a joke anymore! Does anyone know the Muffin Man?
Oh, God. The
I have to
Muffin
go.
Man
We'll be
joke.
watching this on the bus in the city tomorrow. Thank you. Love your art. Thanks, Pips.
Yeah.
Thanks for all your stories.
Yeah, Pips, that was great.
Alright, now to Twitch. Sweet Home, Alabama. I have no clue. Yeah, I lived in an area where if you're not really close related, you can date. Oof.
Oof.
I just don't like people touching me at all. Like hugs, pats on the back, handshakes, stuff like that. But I've always been pretty sure I have a sensory disorder or something like that. I hope that you flat out tell people that you don't like that and that they respect it. Because I would not know. It's like, I am a dense person who can't pick up on subtle emotions and shit. I don't pick up on shit. Like, literally, there was poop in my lawn and I didn't pick it up.
Alec, can you do me a favor of picking stuff up?
Yeah?
Can you go into the laundry room and switch out my laundry?
Okay, first I gotta change this fan to point downwards because it was just pointing straight across and it just wasn't getting me.
Okay.
You see, Casey, this fan, it gets me.
It doesn't get you yet.
Oh, back to, I think it was Lexi was saying, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I would definitely not notice, and you would have to just flat out tell me I don't like being touched and stuff like that, and I immediately go, oh, okay. Because the whole point of hugs and high fives is camaraderie and making the other person comfortable. So if it doesn't make the other person comfortable, why would I ever hug them?
I had a friend who, like, just didn't want people, like, sitting close to them. And so if ever I wanted to sit on the same couch, they're just like, could you just scoot back? Like, I've got a personal space bubble that's actually a lot bigger than other people's. And I was like, cool, man, yeah, thanks for letting me know. And they were always very vocal about that, and I always respected them for it. So don't be afraid to, like, tell people, hey, I've got a personal bubble. And that's, like, you know, my personal bubble. I remember that happening in Bluey, actually. There was a Bluey episode, and they had it, like, communicate where it was just it wasn't even like a person randomly. It was the dad messing around with their kids, and one of them just kind of, like, wanted to let them know, like, verbally, hey, don't rough me around too much. I'm having a day. I'm back. Hey, Jaber. I'm gonna leave for a while. Oh, bye, Lunar. Check you later, Gator. Hey, Casey, what layer do you color on? The outline layer or the next layer? The next layer. I'd never color on the same layer that I'm doing the line art on. Look at this. Look at that. You can't draw on top of your lines. They're gone now. You can't put those in. Actually, that's kind of cool. I like that. You can't color on the same lines. You have to make multiple layers. That's why you have the luxury of making multiple layers. You can do multiple things. Do you ever wish you had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'4" Impala? Nash Badia, you stumped me again. Alec, did you switch out my laundry?
Yeah, I put it in the dryer and started the dryer.
That was so fast. Thank you very much.
What, you think I'm Mr. Slow Laundry Man? They don't call me Mr. Slow Laundry Man.
Okay.
Alright, now for TikTok. I'm going in the order. TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and I'm what are you drawing, dearie? What are you drawing, dearie? And you probably answered that, but they're two lesbian pirates.
Yeah, this is Mary Anning and Anne Beading? I don't know. They're pretty cool pirate ladies who were dating and fighting together and swashbuckling.
Japer's back. Welcome back. Do you ever wish you... Oh, wait, you already said that. They call him Speedy Laundry Lad.
That they do.
Alright, YouTube time. The Muffin characters based off mushrooms. You know what? That's fine. Mushrooms have quite a good shape, whether realistic or like. There's a bunch of different shaped mushrooms, so you got quite a lot of artistic freedom to pull from.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's cool.
Asexually rejected a boy on Valentine's Day, and he started crying a little. Man, I remember all throughout middle school, whenever April Fool's Day came up, I would tell like the friends I knew, I was like, guys, what should I do to my girlfriend for April Fool's? And they were like, what girlfriend?
Girlfriend?
I'm like, I got you April Fool's, I don't got a girlfriend.
That's a pretty good April Fool's.
It's kind of funny how obvious asexuality is when you look at it. Hindsight's 2020, you know the saying.
Mm-hmm.
What layer do you color on the outline layer? The outline layer or the next layer?
I answered that already.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Any tips for art block where nothing is clicking?
Yeah. Draw with a Sharpie on a piece of paper and don't throw anything away. Just draw 10 drawings of something really fast and try and forgive yourself for, making a bad drawing. Like,
you can also do something creature, but like without audience participation. So just like go on a random word generator, look up have a randomly generated adjective and a randomly generated noun, and then make a creature or something like that with that something creature.
I'm gonna make this a little more pointy.
When I have art block, I draw objects with just random objects with human bodies.
I have a couple videos on art block actually, on my TikTok. You should check it out. Rather than just hang out in the lives.
Giggly Gerbil says, I am a multitasking god.
Ooh.
I am finishing an assignment, drawing, watching, and listening to the stream at once. Whoa!
What?
Alright, now to Twitch.
That's a lot.
I watch this streamer and I'm his mod. I joked once about being his kid because I look like him and he didn't believe me. So he was very open on what he looks like. So recently I posted a picture of myself as a face reveal and he started freaking out because I look like his child. I know I'm not because he's as old as my brother, like 20s. Now he's looking to see if he has any relatives in my area. So wait, this guy's late 20s. Never mind, that makes sense if he's. I was just thinking early 20s. It was like, how is he a parent? Oh no. But let's see. Lexi answers like, I do tell people, but I have some people that just don't respect it, and people have still talked to me like that. Fuck them.
Well, thanks. That's not.
Screw
them, yes, but let's not just randomly shout out.
Well, it just irks. It's just such when someone doesn't do a very simple. It's so simple and easy. And it's not an inconvenience.
Heat makes you heated, Alec. You're getting a little heated over here.
But it's like
respect people's boundaries, but also could you not swear like that just out of nowhere really quickly?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
It's just like what irks me the most is that hugs exist for a purpose.
Sure.
And it's like comforting each other. And so if someone says hugs don't make me feel this way, then that's like completely ignoring literally everything. Hi, Dad.
Hey, how's it going, Pop?
I'm good. Just leaving home.
Cool.
Alright. Now I gotta look at all the family videos and stuff.
Ooh. Alright, yeah, well, we're almost be done.
Alec, are you drawing today?
No, it's having so much fun talking.
Oh, okay.
I don't like fist bumps, high fives. I just can't handle people touching me. Like, I don't know why, but something about someone touching me, even in a supportive way, makes me flinch and just uncomfortable. Yeah, and if people don't respect that, I hate them. And everything they stand for.
True, people should listen.
Des Noel says, by the way, I found you on YouTube and was watching your streams there, but I came over here on Twitch because it was a little more chill.
Wow,
chill,
yeah.
baby.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm glad you found me over there. That's nice.
Nashpidi is like, I'm not good at drawing. How get good? You try hard.
How get good? You try hard. Yeah, it really is just practice, honestly. I mean, that being said, there's like very specific ways to help get better at art about specific things.
She looks like she'd be mad if you assumed she yelled "Yarg!" What we drawing today? Lesbian pirate couple.
Yeah.
Historical lesbian.
Historical lesbian pirate couple. Alec.
Yeah.
It's 5:43. I've done one pirate, and it took me ages to figure out the other pirate. Like, this took forever, and then this one is still pretty good.
Yeah, you said you were fighting for your life with the pose.
I was. I'm actually very happy with this pirate, and we've had such a good time listening to stories, and it's getting even hotter now.
It's so hot.
It's so hot.
It's odd that it's hot right now because actually right outside there's a gentle breeze and it's cloudy.
I think we're going to have to stop the live stream so we can, cool off, stop my hands from sweating, and focus on drawing the pirate lesbians another day.
But thank you everyone for your stories. All of these stories were great, and it once again proves to me that everyone has stories they can tell. So when you're at a party and it's like, hey, you got any stories or you want anything you can say, and they're like, no, I don't have any stories. You punch them in the face.
You punch them in the face.
Call them liars because they are wrong. Everyone has stories. If you have lived for more than 2 years, like if you are not a factory-bred organism that's lived for less than 2 years,
everyone has a story.
Everyone has a story.
Everyone has a cool story. She looks fantastic. Thanks, Courtney Love. Yeah, hey, everyone. I've got some videos coming out pretty soon, so I'll see you guys on my YouTube channel. I got some videos coming out. And, guy talking in the background sounds like a cartoon.
Hey, bing boing, go woo, go woo. Those are the,
So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Goodbye, TikTok. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And goodbye to Twitch. Thanks for joining, dudes.
Stella Studios. Sorry you gave me a